We have a new subscriber. You subscribed to the channel after coming across and watching my video titled Trump's Gaza Peace Plan Points 1 to 5. And the spirit of Winston Churchill, the energy of, or the spirit energy of Winston Churchill is still here with me. And Churchill is telling me that you are a Turkish American. Welcome. Right, let's move on to point 6 of Trump's Gaza peace plan. Point 6 here says, once all hostages are returned. Now, I've already said that that's not going to happen because that's what Churchill was telling me in the previous video where we did points 1 to 5. So that's not going to happen. And then it goes on to say, Hamas members who commit to peaceful coexistence and to decommission their weapons will be given amnesty. Members of Hamas who wish to leave Gaza will be provided safe passage to receiving countries. Now, Churchill is saying, no, this is not going to happen either, and that this is a farce. These are Churchill's words, that this is all a farce. From point 1 to point 20, all of it is a farce. It's a farce. It's all a farce. Churchill's words. I'm channeling his spirit energy. Point 7 says, upon acceptance of this agreement, full aid will be immediately sent into the Gaza Strip. Churchill is saying no. At a minimum, aid quantities will be consistent with what was included in the 19th of January 2025 agreement regarding humanitarian aid, including rehabilitation of infrastructure, water, electricity, sewage, rehabilitation of hospitals and bakeries, and entry of necessary equipment to remove rubble and open roads. Churchill is saying no to all of it. It's not going to happen. Well, if it's all a farce, then should I even bother going through the rest of the points? Churchill is saying yes. Okay, because right, because he's saying we have more information and intel to give on those points. Okay. Okay, he's saying, Churchill is saying we have more information and intel to give on the rest of the points to show people and politicians and world leaders watching me that it is a farce, or how it is a total farce. Whether you are going to believe me or not, regardless of that, it doesn't matter. Point 8 says, entry of distribution and aid in the Gaza Strip will proceed without interference from the two parties through the United Nations and its agencies and the Red Crescent, in addition to other international institutions not associated in any manner with either party, opening the Rafah crossing in, or is it Rafah? Opening the Rafah crossing in both directions will be subject to the same mechanism implemented under 19th of January 2025 agreement. And I'm seeing Churchill through my third eye. And again, he's saying it's a no to this point too. It's not going to happen. He's saying it's not going to happen like that. Churchill is saying. This is interesting. I just read point 9, and at the end it's saying something about serving the people of Gaza and is conducive to attracting investment. I mean, what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to bring peace, or are you more into attracting investment opportunities? Yeah, and I'm getting something. I was getting this yesterday as well, but I'm getting something with that. I'm getting real estate with that. Yeah, Churchill is giving me real estate with that. And then again, in real estate investments and opportunities. And then again, and then how can that not be there when President Trump is involved and is going to sit on the board of peace? Yeah. Is it still more about that than actually bringing real peace to the Palestinians and to the Gaza Strip? Not that attracting investment opportunities is a bad thing. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying here is that because of the people involved, in particular President Trump and his real estate background, and their true intentions when it comes to the development or the redevelopment of the Gaza Strip. It's about their true intentions. And we all know that their true intentions are not good, and that their true intentions are not in favor of the Palestinians or for the benefit of the Palestinian people and Gazan people, but it's for their own benefit and for their own pockets, is what Churchill is telling me. Anyway, let me just read out point 9 here. Point 9 says, Gaza will be governed under the temporary transitional governance of a technocratic, apolitical Palestinian committee responsible for delivering the day-to-day running of public services and municipalities for the people in Gaza. This committee will be made up of qualified Palestinians and international experts. Something about this committee will be made up of qualified Palestinians. He's saying no. He's saying they're not going to involve any Palestinians. They're not going to give any such jobs to any Palestinians or any qualified Palestinians, as it is written here. Right, let's go on. And then it goes on to say, and international experts with oversight and supervision by a new international transitional body, the Board of Peace, which will be headed and chaired by President Donald J. Trump, with other members and heads of state to be announced, including former Prime Minister Tony Blair. So I'm getting the message from the Arcturians and Churchill that you better include the Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, to that board of peace, and also the Emir of Qatar. You better include those two on the board of peace, please. And of course, here's another suggestion. You can include me and include us, meaning the Arcturians, and of course, Winston Churchill, and God, bring God into the situation, and the universe, and the galactics, and Commander Ashtar, everybody that I channel here, that, I channel their energy and I channel messages from them, and of course the archangels as well. You can include us on the board of peace. You can include me on that board of peace as well. Just a suggestion. I know you probably wouldn't, but hey ho, I guess it needed to be said at the least. Right. And then point 9 says, this body will set the framework and handle the funding for the redevelopment of Gaza until such time as the Palestinian Authority has completed its reform program as outlined in various proposals, including President Trump's peace plan in 2020 and the Saudi-French proposal, and can securely and effectively take back control of Gaza. This body will call on best international standards to create modern and efficient governance that serves the people of Gaza and is conducive to attracting investment. That's point 9. Number 10, or, well, point 10, but hey, number 10 is a clue for the UK Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. Right, point 10 says he'll be watching. That's why I'm saying it. Anyway, point 10 says a Trump economic development plan to rebuild and energize Gaza will be created by convening a panel of experts who have helped birth some of the thriving modern miracle cities in the Middle East. Many thoughtful investment proposals and exciting development ideas have been crafted by well-meaning international groups and will be considered to synthesize the security and governance frameworks to attract and facilitate these investments that will create jobs, opportunity, and hope for future Gaza. Or that will create opportunity for what? For President Trump. And as I was reading that point, I was getting, I think there's the Gaza Strip, that area has an ocean front, a beach. That's what I was seeing through my third eye while I was reading that point. And this sounds more like a real estate development plan than a peace plan for the Palestinians and the Gazans. Yeah, this sounds more like a real estate development plan than a peace plan for the Palestinians and the Gazans. Okay, Churchill's spirit is saying Trump wants to develop oceanfront properties and houses there along the Gaza Strip, but not for the Palestinians. Only for the rich and powerful, he's saying. and something to do with vacations. Wow. Churchill is saying only for the rich and powerful to go there on vacations and to party there. Wow. That's the thing. No matter how much you try and deceive the world with your 20-point peace plan, President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu, and no matter how much you try and hide the truth, but the truth always comes out because God is here and God is watching. And that's why we are bringing out the truth about this. And because I've already told you both, because you've both been watching me here on my channel too, Prime Minister Netanyahu and President Trump, and I've already told you that you are both under God's judgment because we are going through Judgment Day. And so you are both under God's judgment, and that's why we are bringing out this truth, and God is bringing out this truth about your deception and lies here through me. And it's Judgment Day for both of you. It's Judgment Day for everyone, as I keep telling people here on my channel. We are going through Judgment Day times right now. Well, we've been going through Judgment Day times, but we are still going through Judgment Day times. We are still in it. We are still in those times. We are still going through Judgment Day times. Right, that's points 6 to 10. I'll go through more in the next video. Until then, take care, stay safe, over and out.